Some questions are just unanswerable. What is the meaning of life? What is true love? What is an operating agreement? Oh, I know that one. Get inside. It's gonna rain. I'll explain everything. So, I don't know about love or life, but operating agreements, those are my bread and butter. Hi, it's your Chief LLC Officer Adam, back again. And today, let's learn about operating agreements. So, first up, what exactly is an operating agreement? An LLC operating agreement is a legal document that outlines the internal workings of your LLC. It's essentially a contract between the owners and the members of the LLC that contain the rules and procedures on how the business will be run. Now, it doesn't have to be a physical thing. It can even just be a digital document. But what is most important is that the thing that is agreed in this document is agreed upon by the LLC members, just so that everybody is on the same page. It's a real shame though, because well, for the purposes of a better demonstration, if we had a physical, real-life LLC operating agreement, it would just make it so much more easier to explain. And now $1 million! Darn it. So, here we have it, a real-life, living, breathing LLC operating agreement for us to gaze upon. But hang on, how do you actually create one of these operating agreements for an LLC? Quite simply, there's two options. Option number one is to get it drafted by an attorney and it will cost you hundreds of dollars. Or option two, you get one for free when you form your LLC with StartGlobal. I'll leave you to ponder which is the best option for you. If you do want to see how easy it is to create an operating agreement with StartGlobal, check out our operating agreement tutorial found in the description down below. But in the meantime, let's find out what's inside a standard LLC operating agreement. Essentially, you can kind of have anything that's important to your business in an operating agreement. But generally speaking, this is what you're going to find. Number one, basic information. This includes the LLC name, the addresses, and the names of its members. Number two, business purpose. This section should outline the purpose of the LLC, its goals and objectives. Number three, the ownership and management structure. This section should detail how the LLC will be owned and managed. It should specify the number of members, their ownership percentages, and how decisions are going to be made. Number four, voting rights and responsibilities. This shows how voting rights will be determined, whether it's a unanimous or a majority vote, and what responsibilities each members have. Number five, profit and loss allocation. Who gets what percentage of money and how losses are handled, etc. Number six, transfer of ownership. If a member wants to quit, or if you would like to add a new member, this explains how the ownership can be transferred, who has to give consent, and much more. Number seven, dissolution and termination. This explains when the LLC is going to be dissolved, who is going to follow the procedures, who gets the money first, and what process to follow. And finally, additional provisions. This is anything else that you feel is important to put in writing. For example, how will the LLC handle loans? How are disputes handled? And anything else you think is important. So, those are the general things that you'll find in an operating agreement. But do you actually legally need one of these for your LLC? Well, except for a few states like New York and California, operating agreements are not mandatory, but it's highly recommended that all LLCs have one in place. Why? Let's explain. It provides clarity. When you have things written down, there is a lower chance of disputes among members. Imagine if there was no clear rules about how profits were going to be shared among its members. It would be chaos! Utter chaos! It protects personal assets. It establishes separation between the LLC and its members. The separation is important because it can help shield members' personal assets from LLC liabilities. If something happens and things go to court, court always looks at what's mentioned in an operating agreement. And if there's not even an operating agreement, court might decide that there is no separation between LLC and its members, and thereby putting the personal assets of the members at risk. Again, more chaos! It enhances credibility. Having a formal operating agreement can enhance the credibility and professionalism of your LLC. It shows that your business is serious and has a clear plan on how it's going to be run. No chaos, just benefits for you. It helps secure financing. When seeking finance for your LLC, banks and other financial institutions, and having a well-drafted operating agreement can help reassure lenders that your business is well organized. Hey, and we all love more money, right? So, there we have it. All the ins and outs about why having an operating agreement makes total sense for your LLC. And why we are on the subject of things that just make sense. What about learning about StartGlobal's all-in-one tax package? They take care of all your legal filings, taxes, bookkeeping, and so much more. Head to the description below to find out more. But there we go, I've done it. Operating agreement explained and then explained a little bit more. Brilliant! But what about love? Ugh.